Have you seen freshwater lake next to the ocean? Probably not, because there are only three places where it exists in the world. I'm going to show you it today right behind me. You have to walk at least 1 mile to get to that, okay? So we are turning left on the Panama City Beach Parkway and we are entering Camp Helen State Park, which is around 20 miles northwest of Panama City. This is the visitor center, and now we are heading towards the Lake Powell. So once you come out of the visitor center, if you turn left, you can go towards Lake Powell. That's the visitor center, and we are going left, then that's the lake, and if you go straight on the right, it's a beach. So that's the Lake Powell, the biggest coastal dune lake in I think America, and only three places: Madagascar, New Zealand, and Florida. They have lakes like this, which is connected to the ocean, and this is a freshwater lake. This 600 acres lake is 20 miles from Panama City Beach. It's almost at the west end of the Bay County, and now we are heading towards the beach. This is Phillips Inlet, which is the waterway which connects the lake with the ocean. On the left side, you see that is Lake Powell, and this is the walkway towards the beach. Part of the walkway is properly paved like this. It's not paved but walkable, and part of the walk is you see on the left side the sandy, it will be like that, and it can be uneven at the places like you see here. So it's almost a mile or so walk up to the beach and the water area. So I'm walking towards it, and you see the bench. Whenever you get tired in the US, you will see place to sit down. And on my left side, you can see the lake will come, and these are the white sand dunes through which basically the water breaks in. What happens that the lake you see far end, uh, the fresh water is collected there from the ground and from the rain and other sources, and when the quantity and the pressure in the lake increases, is basically uh, creates a channel through these white sand dunes, and it connects with the ocean. So when that happens, basically the fresh water gets emptied, not emptied, but flows towards the ocean until the equilibrium is established. So that's the lake, that's the channel, and that's the ocean. So the unique things about this place is, in this channel that you see on the left side, it's a mix of salt water and fresh water. So the marine life here is combined, like it will have a freshwater fish also and saltwater marine life. So very interesting, and you see people there fishing here, and we saw people even further up near the lake. So this is the channel, and you see the water color is basically tea colored because of the tannin in the water, because of the foliage and the pines around the lake. So the color is different. It's not a dirty water, it's just because of the tannin. And right now the you can see the water is flowing from lake to the ocean, because the water pressure in the lake is higher than the ocean doesn't have a tide right now. And this is a white sand beach. You can see there's hardly any people. So best place to spend the whole day by yourself. So this lake does nothing for most of the year, and I hadn't heard of this kind of lake before. Only recently I found out about it. That's why I came here. So this Lake Powell is, it is next to the Gulf of America, which is an ocean, and there is only a single ridge of sand that separates the lake and the ocean, and like a two words not too far apart, and they spend their days simply not touching each other. And then when the lake has gathered enough of itself, which is a fresh water, I guess, it does the only thing it was ever going to do. It breaks through the sand, and the sand that you see right here, and reaches the sea. And right now it is, and I was so lucky to be able to see that. And no calendar decides this, no one announces it. It happens the way most important things happen in the life, quietly and on its time. And I walked beneath the old oaks. I passed the cottages that have stood through a century of storms without a word of complaint when I came to this area. So this is the best place you can see if you are near Panama City Beach. So go for it. Thanks for watching.